forensic delay analysis, the project delays. Picture this. We are commencing on a journey to explore the fascinating world of forensic schedule delay analysis. It is like becoming a project detective. And our mission is to reveal the mysteries behind the project delays. Let's start by project's hidden truths. What forensic schedule analysis is all about. Think of forensic schedule analysis is a kind of time machine for the projects. It helps us look back in time to figure out why a project did not finish when it should have, who might be, and who might be responsible for the delay. Schedules can be like mysteries with missing pieces. Also, it establishes the cause and effective connections, the consequences as well. Now, why schedule become confusing? Understanding the origins of schedule disruptions. Now, imagine a project schedule as a massive jigsaw puzzle. Sometimes the pieces get mixed up and the whole picture becomes a mess. Here are some reasons why this happens. Mainly, human error. Imagine yourself juggling numerous balls, and sometimes when you slips from the grasp, handling schedules with thousands of tasks is somewhat akin to juggling, and mistakes can occasionally arise. This is sort of mainly due to the human personality, how they are missing out few things while executing or planning the schedules and all. And practical planning is like hiccups, practical hiccups. Even the most carefully made plans can hit roadblocks. If you forget to update the schedule or miss out on mentioning work that is already done, it can lead to big confusion. Agree? And third one is record quality. Here the big challenges on recording the quality, the challenges, recording challenges. Project schedules akin to rules measuring weight serve as a vital guides for project progression. They detail task durations and dependencies, facilitating progress tracking, etc. However, measuring progress with incompatible criteria can akin to using ruler to weigh an object ineffective. Using the wrong type of equipment or a tool to measure something. Imagine you are monitoring a construction project. But instead of measuring in inches, you are tracking completed task, time, and resources. Misaligned measurements criteria can lead to confusion, portraying a task as ahead or behind the schedule inaccurately. Aligning measurements methods with the schedule's expectations is vital to prevent misunderstandings, errors, and delays. Emphasizing the importance of communication and the consistency in project management is a crucial and a very, very important part. Third, planner expertise, the planner's skills. Of course, planners are very assertive for the projects. Project planners, much like skilled chefs crafting a delectable recipe, meticulously outline the sequence of tasks and their dependencies, logics, relationships in a project. However, even the finest chefs may occasionally outlook an essential ingredient or misjudge judge for seasoning. Similarly, project planners can make errors by omitting critical tasks or underestimating their durations. For example, some task may not be completed on the time, which is wrongly estimated. That duration of the time has been wrongly estimated with various reasons. Furthermore, as the project evolves, planners need to introduce a new task or modify existing ones to adapt to changing circumstances. Yet, these alternations must be executed with precision, and oversight or mistakes can lead to schedule disruptions. Therefore, vigilance and attention to detail in planning are crucial as far as project's success concerned. Now, software settings. Software language is a big barrier. Think of it as talking to someone who speaks in different language. When different software settings are used, it can lead to misunderstandings in the schedule. For example, the limitations of the software, very, very important. We are using the different software called MS Project, Primavera, but where it is required, how it is required, how we are going to use the software, it's very, very important. Of course, selecting the software also is a big challenge. Then coming to manipulation. It is very, very sad part. Few folks employ few sly strategies within the schedules for their own benefits. They may tweak things to their advantage. This professionally, unethically, this is not correct. Unethical part of the investigative tools for forensic schedule analysis. Sources for a forensic schedule analysis. Our project detective, of course, the forensic schedule analyst, needs to collect evidence from various sources to solve the puzzle. These all the sources they completely rely on. There are few of the things may rightly occur or wrongly. It depends on how the inputs they are going to view through and walk through. Baseline schedule. Picture this as a project's birth certificate, the starting point. It is the original plan, and we use it to see if things feed, of course. So, fixation of the baseline with rightly linking the logics and closing the open ends, so many things involved. Now, as-built schedule. This is like a diary for the project. It tells us what actually happened during the project, actual scenarios. So, when and where required, the proper interval, the schedule needs to be, the as-built needs to be done. And the next one is schedule updates. Schedule updates are very important as far as any changes made to the schedule or like footprints. They can reveal if someone is trying to hide something or make things seem better than they are. Like, as if standing the current scenario, the present moment, exactly the present moment, how they're performing, and the documentation, of course. Project documents like contracts and emails act as witnesses, very, very, very important witnesses. This is what the contemporaneous records is a part of the documents. Sometimes we are not getting any correct logic, the timely manner, and we have to eventually, the chronological of event, we have to make it through the documentation only. This is, we have done several projects in a similar way. Those documentations tell us the true story of what occurred during the project execution. Now, very important area, scenario analysis. Let us dive deeper into the detective work by examining a simple project schedule with the 2 buildings. We will explore 6 different ways someone might try to manipulate it. It is like uncovering the secrets behind the magician's tricks. exploring the distortions. This is the starting point, to be honest. We will begin with a straightforward schedule for 2 buildings. Then we will see how someone could alter it in various different ways. Second, scenario breakdown. This is like a detailed investigation. We will scrutinize each scenario to understand how they can disrupt the schedule. It is like putting on our detective hats and closely examining each piece of the evidences, just to break down the pieces, and we are going to connect later. Sequence analysis. This is a short of understanding the schedule. Now, let us take even closer and look at the schedule itself. Task order. We will examine the sequence of tasks in the schedule. It is like following a CP step by step. Now, sequence analysis. Past versus future. Staying in the present moment. That is what the philosophical word we can use here. We will distinguish between what is already happened, the past, and what is planned for the future, the forecast. It's look like looking at the history and the future of the project, like a big visionary watching what is going to happen in the project as a witness. And next one is notable observations. This is like notable changes. We will pay attention to significant alternations that might explain why things got delayed and what is the reason, who is behind that delay, who is responsible for the delay. These changes are like valuable clues in our investigation. Very valuable clues for information. Then further scenario analysis. Continuing our investigation, we will keep going with the scenario analysis, providing detailed explanations for each situation. It is like uncovering more of the project's hidden truths. We are bringing all the project's truths, but suppose something is hidden or something may be not showcased. So those things, those type of investigation, we are going to take it out. Here, a few good takeaways. Our journey for project forensic schedule analysis has taught us some important lessons. Forensic schedule analysis is akin to becoming a project detective. We use it to uncover the reasons behind delays and find out who is responsible for the delay. Second, schedules can resemble puzzles with missing pieces, either due to errors or because of someone purposely done it, someone trying to conceal something they want to hide it. So those things are coming to the picture. To ensure schedule is accurate, we must double check everything from schedule itself to the records supporting the schedules. What are the contemporary records you can see. This one, forensic analysis reveals project delays, their causes, and the responsible parties, highlighting the need for meticulous data validation. So, validation process. Source validation process, we call it SVP, we call it as. Variables in schedules. Understanding schedule elements is like learning the language of the project schedule. And the baseline validation. Verifying the original baseline plan, checking if the project started correctly, on time, and any hindrance are shown that as per the construction practice or what are the methodology they have submitted, whether it is going as per the plan. And progress update validation. Keeping on our edge to updates, watching for any changes that might hidden the truths. As-built schedule validation. Examining what actually happened, comparing the plan with the reality. actuals at the baseline. And delay event validation. Uncovering the reasons for delays, figuring out why the project took longer than expected. Any production issues or any productivity losses, who is responsible for the productivity losses, and reasons how to find out. And finally, the validation tools. The right man for the right job, using the right tools. Employing detective tools like a software to help us solve the puzzles.